Here, head coach Mike McConathy, and the Demons opening conference play Saturday down at HBU. And coach, I think the last, I guess it's been about the last 7 or 8 days now, you've had something you haven't had in a while, and that's a lot of time. You guys played 5 games in 6 days, right ahead of Christmas. But these last 7 or 8 days for you, what have you been able to do in terms of this team? Has it been kind of get away and take a bigger view of things?
We had 2 or 3 days off, 3 days basically off, and came back in on the 27th and tested for COVID, and then we ended up practicing 28th, 29th, 30th, and today the 31st. It was a little bit different because of the fact that we played so much that we hadn't practiced any. Therefore, there's things that we need to improve on and get better. I'm very hopeful that we did that. Still got some things we got to improve on and get better, but you know, there's nothing like playing games, and there's nothing like practice. Players like to play games, coaches like to practice, because coaches feel like that you can get players in a position to be more successful in a game by going over the little things and grinding out those little things to improve on.
You mentioned it just a second ago, you got 16 games left. It's all conference now. These are the ones that really, quote unquote, matter. I'm assuming this team, if they take your advice to heart, nothing will change with the mindset from what you've done in the first 11 games.
Well, I'm very hopeful because I thought we competed extremely hard, came up short 10 times, but I mean, we competed, we took it to the highest level you possibly could play. We played the 20th toughest schedule in the Division I, so we played some really good people, but yet we were able to compete. If you look at some of those games, I mean, if you go back to the Tulsa game, we played a good 10 or 12 minutes. And the next game, we played a good 16 minutes. You know, we've got to be able to put whole games together. Tulsa beats Houston. Tulsa beats Memphis. You know, then we played Gonzaga twice, which I know everybody gets tired of hearing that, but it's a fact. And then we played Washington State, who was 7 or 8-0 going in. And, you know, a very big team, a different team. So I saw us improve tremendously, but we've got so far to go to be the type and caliber of team we'd like to be.
You mentioned it sounds like building blocks, 10 or 12 minutes, then a half. Then you played a good first half at Gonzaga, and then you played a remarkable second half. Yeah, and then bits and pieces, you probably put maybe 20, 25 good minutes together at Washington State. So again, just kind of ramping up to where you want to be. You haven't put a full 40 together, but you've got now 16 games to do that.
Well, and we'd like to get it going a lot sooner than we did last year, because I felt like we started putting together last year against UNO, against University of Central Arkansas the last 2 weeks before we moved in the conference tournament against Corpus Christi. So, you know, the focus has to be there and the desire. I do think that this is a great group. Last night at supper, there were 7 or 8 of them sitting around the table, and it epitomized what a team is. And that's what we've got to get to, where everybody is on board and everybody is about each other.
We've seen it on social media, and Terrence Reed mentioned it, we not me. You're working toward that, and it sounds like they've taken those steps, and it sounds like that trip, when you're together for 8 days and 7 nights, you've got no choice but to bond.
Well, there's no doubt about it. If it is about we, then it can't be about me, and then we end up doing little things to help our teammate. We do little things to help our team, and that's what we got to continue to stay focused on, we and not me. And if we do that, then this group can be very successful, because there's a lot of talent. We run the floor well, we can rebound, we can shoot the ball well. Defensively, we're getting better, and those are all important tasks.
When you look at Houston Baptist, it's a guy, much like you, Coach Cottrell's been there for a long time, so you pretty much know what you're going to get, but what do you see from the Huskies as you get ready to start?
You know, really do a great job of executing their stuff. They spread the floor in their stuff to get you in a situation to get the right person with the ball. They can power the ball inside. There are post people who do a great job of gaining advantage by posting up. I call it goal post, or post up, high hand post up, and they'll bury you under that goal. And if you're not on top of them, they're going to get some easy buckets. Plus, they can shoot the basketball. So those things they're very effective in, and we've got to find some things that we do better than them.
This will be a game where the mayor of Spokane, Larry Owens, Jamari Gregg, Dalen Williams will need to continue to do what they've done on that back line this year.
No doubt about it. They got to do a great job front, and then Kendall Coleman as well has to do a great job front, and we've got to rebound. We got to be effective inside, scoring the basketball, but also defending the bucket and getting the balls when they fall fall off the rim.
All right, Coach. Thanks so much.